And US Secretary of State Marco Rubio, in his first meeting with India's External Affairs Minister Dr. S Jaishankar, raised the issue of irregular immigration. Jaishankar made India's stance on mobility clear to Rubio. He said the country is very supportive of legal mobility with a strong belief in global workplace, but firmly opposed to illegal mobility as well as illegal immigration. India's External Affairs Minister added that New Delhi is open to the legitimate return of Indian nationals living illegally abroad, including in the US. According to reports, as of November 2024, there were 20,407 undocumented Indians either facing final removal order or currently in detention centers of the US Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Jaishankar, however, cautioned about these numbers, saying a number is operative only when the country confirms the fact that the individuals concerned are of Indian origin. Marco Rubio and Jaishankar discussed deepening the US-India relationship, in particular on critical and emerging technologies, defense cooperation, energy, and on advancing a free and open Indo-Pacific region. While there was no word on the discussion on tariffs, Rubio underlined before Jaishankar the administration's desire to advance economic ties. Jaishankar said Trump administration is prioritizing the bilateral relations between US and India. As an example, he cited the special treatment that he received at Trump's inauguration, especially pointing out the front row seat given to him at the event and called it a great honor. The two sides are also discussing the possibility of a meeting between Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and US President Donald Trump next month in Washington. If not Washington, they will meet on the sidelines of the AI summit to be held in Paris on the 11th and 12th of February. All right, our assistant editor for Foreign Affairs, Siddhant Sibal, joins me live from New Delhi. Siddhant, let's first begin with the issue of mobility that the External Affairs Minister pointed out, legal and illegal mobility as far as immigration is concerned. That figure of 20,400 people who are there of Indian origin, but that's something that Mr. Jaishankar said needs to be looked at with caution until there is a confirmation. What's in store? There was also news of 18,000 members of Indian origin who would be sent back to India. India is willing to take them back. Give us the latest on what to expect going forward on that front.
Well, illegal immigration is a big issue under the Trump administration, and we see a lot of orders being given as well. Now, essentially, it looks like that the Trump administration is going to have new policy, and they have announced new policy. But India, of course, has also laid out its policy that when it comes to illegal migration, it will not support that. But what India will be keen on is on legal mobility, and for that, the Indian External Affairs Minister also raised the issue of delay in the issuance of visas.
Siddhant, coming to the meeting which is expected between Modi and Trump, as and when it's now that location, whether it's going to be Paris or Washington, D.C., anything more that we know at this point that you picked up?
Both sides are in discussion for an early meeting between the Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and the US President Donald Trump. This could happen as early as in February month on the sidelines of the AI summit. But we know that both leaders have their personal chemistry, and we know that the Indian Prime Minister had a call with the US President Donald Trump very early on after his election victory. So I won't be surprised the meeting happens in a few weeks' time, but this is something depending on the schedule of both the leaders.
Now, as far as the meeting, Siddhant, which was held between Rubio and Jaishankar, any key takeaways that you took out from Mr. Jaishankar's address when the speech that he gave, or the addressal that he had after the meeting?
Well, essentially the focus was on Bangladesh, on semiconductors, Indo-Pacific, and of course illegal migration, looking at the readout by both sides as well. But it is one of the first steps when it comes to the incoming Trump administration, and I think there will be more such conversations that will be built upon these topics, especially when it comes to security issues.
They are building upon a good relationship that they had in Trump 1. And of course, now under Trump 2.0, it seems to be off to a good start. We'll obviously be tracking that closely. Thank you so much. That was Siddhant Sibal getting us the latest.